Mr. Ajay Data, MD, Data Group of Companies.
We are starting our first panel discussion today, and let me first welcome our panelist, Mr. Ajay Data. He is the Managing Director of Data Group of Industries. Many companies, Data Engineers Global Limited, Sri Hari Agro Industries, Babulal Edible Oils, Ritika Vegetables, Data Exchange. But he is the boss on data, and he just now gave us a wonderful suggestion on a very minor change, which I have promised him that we will get that looked into, and most probably we will implement it. What that will be, I will not tell you.
Yes, that will be launch.
That will be the launch. I'm going to ask you that he does not believe that financing or its cost of doing business is not necessarily the only criterion or the yardstick for judging why you should invest or building the economic roadmap for a state which is Rajasthan. So what, in your view, are the factors that will determine Rajasthan's economic roadmap? Is it not finance? Yes, of course, he's raised a very important point about values. I think it is rights above everything else. But apart, do you agree with that, number one? Number two, do you think that there are any other factors, and what are they?
Hello. I think when Subodhji speaks, you don't need anybody else in the panel. Only he is alone mastered the art of not only giving the right message, but also telling it so simply that everybody can understand. I have been born and brought up in Rajasthan. I started the company in Jaipur way back in 1999, when I had an opportunity to bring internet in Rajasthan first time in 1999, and that's how I started a company. My experience of all the entrepreneurs, only I have the large community of friends. We see the overall environment to grow. Even the plant needs an environment. One plant can't just grow with just water. You need 10 more things around it.
That's right.
So as the person, you just can't give him nice food and then expect him to grow and don't exercise. So there is a combination of many important components. Capital is a very important component for sure, and it gives a more larger view of the scalability, speed, attracting right talent, attracting right kind of infrastructure. For example, let us say if Rajasthan has to look at to become an AI capital of the country, let us say. So can only capital do it, or can we do without capital? We can't do without capital. And can only capital do it? Answer is no. So what are the things which are required? You need a right kind of partnership. You need right kind of government support. You need right kind of capital. You need right kind of infrastructure for technology. You need a great data center. You need a huge power for supporting the AI data center, for AI factory, for that we call it. You need a great talent which can do machine learning, deep learning, vision, all that stuff. So I think there is to me, Rajasthan do not lack the power of entrepreneurship or risk-taking capabilities. Rajasthan don't lack that at all. What government can do and what we all can do is to create an environment which is a frictionless environment. The more we remove friction, what our honorable minister also said, single window to online. This is about removing friction. If you remove friction, you create an ecosystem. Lot of time we call about the entire ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is all stakeholders work together and remove the friction to work together to achieve a goal. That's an ecosystem. If the ecosystem, the trade bodies like PSDI, CII, FICCI, the governing bodies, the consultants, which Honorable Minister was saying, the government, the secretaries such as Subodhji, If the all people work together, I think entrepreneurs can drive the vehicle at an unbelievable speed. And entrepreneurs hate speed breakers. They hate friction. They will organize money, no challenge at all. They will organize resources, no challenge at all. But the friction is the challenging, and the friction goes on and on and on and on. That is what we need to remove. One friction to another friction to another friction, we need to remove. I think if we remove that, nobody can stop Rajasthan on any sector. As Subhaji rightly said, you do not come for gift here. कि मेरे को जब बिजली सस्ती मिल जाएगी या मुझे जमीन सस्ती मिल जाएगी. These are all one-timers, these are all very small things. They add into a decision. But ultimately, when somebody asks me to, before investing into a data center, what reply I give him?
Correct.
That is a very big decision. He is not looking for few crore rupees of incentive from government. अगर नहीं आता है तो जितने राजस्थान में लगाए हुए प्लांट्स हैं वो बिना रिप्स के ही लगे हुए हैं. मैं बिना रिप्स के ही लगा हुआ हूँ यहाँ पर. We are doing 2,000 crore rupees business. We have invested more than 300 crore rupees. We have not gone for a scheme. At that time, there was no schemes as such. We saw the opportunity, we invested into the opportunity. We were in Rajasthan. But when you go somewhere else, why will go somewhere else? I always think it like that. You don't go because you are getting a cheaper land or you are going for less power, or somebody is inviting you and giving you something. You will go for entire ecosystem is supporting you, and you will flourish. You will scale, you will do better, and you will achieve our goals. I think this is what is very important, and Rajasthan entrepreneurs have that capability to take risk, work very, very hard, do challenging tasks, and we have such entrepreneurs in Rajasthan who have done proud, who have done make something very, very big out of coming from smaller cities and deliver some things at a country level, at India level, at a global level.
Wonderful. Mr. Data, I will come to you and I will like to explore if you are looking at, if you visualize Rajasthan's economic roadmap, you belong to a certain sector, but what should be the overall landscape of the Rajasthan economy if indeed Rajasthan has to reach 30 lakh crore target in the next 3 to 5 years, whatever is the target, given the fact that it is still predominantly an agricultural economy, its industrial share is still at around 28%, it is almost the same as India's national average, and its services sector is still at around 41%.
Yes.
46, it has gone up to 46, from 41 to 46, you're right. Yeah. So, in this scenario, and given the available labor force, everything, what do you think should be the vision for Rajasthan's growth going forward? From your perspective, although you are from the technology and the data side, but let us hear your views.
मेरे दोनों businesses हैं, edible oil and technology, as you all know. So my view is not very complicated, very simple. जो काम हम करते आए हैं, अगर वही काम करते रहेंगे, तो उतनी ही स्पीड से ग्रो करते रहेंगे. ये तो सबको पता है, इसमें ये पैनल की दरकार नहीं है.
करेक्ट.
एग्रीकल्चर उसी स्पीड से बढ़ता रहेगा, सर्विस बढ़ता रहेगा. लेकिन हमारे को अगर जो चीज हमने 70 साल में अचीव की है, वो काम उतना ही हम अगले 3 साल में अचीव करना चाहते हैं, तो ये मजाक की बात नहीं है.
एकदम नहीं है.
It requires a radical thought process and sometimes unbelievable thought process. So let me give my view. If we need to achieve, if not 3, at least 4-5 years, how we can achieve. हमारे पास में करीब 5,000 स्टार्टअप्स हैं राजस्थान में. स्टार्टअप्स को मैं अच्छा क्यों मानता हूं कि दे हैव ए पोटेंशियल.
सिर्फ 5% ऑफ द होल कंट्री. बहुत कम है.
बहुत नहीं, इतना ही हमारा एवरेज है.
नहीं, बट सवाल है कि हमारे देश में अभी 1 लाख स्टार्टअप्स है.
हाँ, 1.25 हो गए. अब
1.25 हो गए, उसमें 5,000 हैं सिर्फ.
हाँ, 5,000
स्टार्टअप का शेयर बहुत ही कम है.
तो राजस्थान का शेयर इसमें कम है, लेकिन इतना ज्यादा कम नहीं है. हम हर चीज में करीब 5-6% ही है राजस्थान में. तो मैं इस एंगल से देखता हूँ, राजस्थान में हमारे 5,000 स्टार्टअप्स हैं, हमारे पास में 1 लाख स्टार्टअप राजस्थान में हो सकते हैं। कैसे हो सकते हैं उस पर हमने एक थॉट बना करके, सरकार ने मांगा था अभी हमसे, तो हमने दिया है। एवरी कलेक्टर इज एम्पावर्ड, एवरी district office has a startup office, and so on and so forth, because startups are the hope for giving you another Apple or another Microsoft.
That's right.
And another Nvidia for the state. आपको एग्रीकल्चर से आप जीडीपी जो है डबल नहीं कर सकते अगले 3 साल में, सो एज द सर्विस से नहीं कर सकते, सो आपको कोई नई चीज जरूर लेके आनी पड़ेगी। वो नई चीज क्या होगी वो हमको खोजनी पड़ेगी, और खोजने का रास्ता ऐसा होता है। So let me give you another 2-3 examples in the world of AI. सुबोध जी को भी ये बहुत अच्छा लगेगा सुन करके। So there is a company in India which started in 2022 in video. That is making a profit of 200 crore rupees a year in 2-year-old company. How many of the companies we can know which has invested less than 2 crore rupees and make 200 crore rupees a year in Rajasthan? Answer is zero. We need, how this company will come? This company will come because we allow the entrepreneurs to grow. I think this is one angle which we all have to take, that grow startups as much as possible. Government policies should promote innovation,
But startups in which sectors?
Pardon?
Startups in which sectors?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which sector. Startups takes least land, so land is not the problem. They will give employment. Rather, the job seekers will become job givers. So government की थोड़ी problem भी कम होती है unemployment की. And normally in the country the average startup hiring is around 15 people per startup. So 15 लाख लोगों का employment भी है. अगर हम राजस्थान में 5 के 50,000 स्टार्टअप्स करते हैं तो हम करीब 5 लाख लोगों का एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी दे रहे हैं। उस बहुत बड़ी समस्या जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की है वो हम दूर करते हैं, टैलेंट रिटेन करते हैं, अच्छी सैलरी देते हैं, कंजप्शन इकोनॉमी बढ़ाते हैं। ऑल दोज थिंग्स, स्टार्टअप इटसेल्फ इज ए वेरी वेरी गुड पुश विच वी रिक्वायर। सेकेंड आई थिंक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज टू ब्रिंग इन द top tech around artificial intelligence. It's a completely vacant area. No state has captured the moment, and this is the time where we could, as a country, as a state, as a Rajasthan state, could aim to become the AI capital of the world. And we are ready to some extent, because Rajasthan state took an initiative. You may not be aware about creating the Tier 4 state data center in Rajasthan. The only data center by any state government is Rajasthan state. We have that data center here. That may not be sufficient for creating a $1 trillion or $500 billion company out of country, but we can certainly have a few $100 billion companies coming out of AI in Rajasthan if supported by the state as a threshold breaking for us. That's another area which I look at. Third is the EV, which I look at, the automobile. Vehicle. I think this is also a completely untapped area. These are all areas which will create a new GDP for the state. We need to look something new. Whatever we are having here in the state will grow at that rate what we are growing.
Okay, wonderful.
That will not change much speed from our
wonderful.
Point of view. Yeah.
I think you have given 3 clear sectors,
which require a push.
Artificial intelligence and EVs.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You know, I think what a wonderful way to end this session. We began with value system. We went over to startups, ecosystem, then the startups and AI, and then we went to the land cost, ease of doing business, and ending up with quota's future and mining. So I think we can clearly get a sense of what this economic roadmap of Rajasthan would look like if it were to achieve, and I am sure it will, the goal of a 30 lakh crore economy in the next 3 years. With this, we come to the end of this session. Let me thank all my panelists here for being so detailed in their responses and contributing to the understanding of Rajasthan's future as an industrial power. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.